Right. Yeah, interesting. Firmino has been the most transferred in, eh? What do you think of this headline from the scout on the fantasy side?
Game week 25 differentials, Illig lame, blah. Yeah, he's lame. Yeah, but damn sure. You think I'm gonna pick that? I'm very sorry.
No, for sure. Oh, let's start the episode. Hey, welcome back, FPL fans. Back with another episode of Big Points Theory. I'm your points master, Utz, and you're joined by High Score Suj. And Suj, I don't know if disaster is the word to use for a double game week, but average points 34. Go.
So look, I'm gonna average 45 because I went with my own advice and I took Captain Firmino.
That was actually a very good move. I think a lot of people will be feeling disappointed by the performances of a lot of the captain picks, but there is hope, and I will talk about that hope. But first, let's maybe go straight to, well, before I go to captain picks, technically we're still in game week 24, right? Liverpool are playing their second game this
Yeah.
Wednesday. So we've
Yes.
actually, and we are recording now on the Monday, so we still need another game to go by. Yeah, let us know if you like it like this, that we have more time to go over like some of our picks. So let's go straight to our game week picks for 25 though. We've got a lot of picks where people ask us like, how do we get our captain? So I just wanted to point it out again. The first set we usually get is these are the players who are, we go to the fantasy game, go to transfers, and then you select the drop down form. And then that kind of shows you which players are like performing at the very moment. And a lot of people want to know, are they really worthy of being captain picks? So we're basically just talking about the pros and cons of each of them, right? So we've got this week we're starting with, we've got Perez, which I'm actually surprised to see on the list. Jimenez, no surprise at all, and Calvert-Lewin, someone we've already been punting. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm very surprised by some of the omissions. But Such, what do you think about Perez?
Well, first of all, I think one of those missions you were talking about is Vardy, but he's had some really poor forms in the last 6 game weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, like no goals, and out of that 6, I think he played 4 and missed, but no goals, and like really bad form. Missed a penalty.
Yes.
I think the people's patience are wearing thin with him.
Yeah.
But I think Perez is a very able replacement. Look, they are playing Chelsea. I think they can do something against Chelsea. In his last 4 games, he's got 3 goals and 1 assist. He's 7th on the XG table. But the interesting thing about him is that he shines when Vardy's not around. He's got 3 double-digit goals this season.
Yeah.
In game week 20, 21, and 24. And all those games were when Vardy either went off or wasn't playing. And also, it seems that Perez is on penalties after when Vardy's not around. So Madison owners would have to change their mind a bit on this one. But yeah, Perez, he passes the eye test. He seems to be playing all the minutes, and I would definitely punt him as a captain.
Oh yeah, for sure. The only thing that that makes me standoffish about him is when I look at the form table, for Leicester themselves. Actually, I found a nice little thing. I think you might have referred me to it, which is I don't know if anybody out there actually uses Flash Score on online. I find it a very nice website. It gives you like a breakdown of like the scores, and you can, especially during a live game, it'll tell you who scored and how many assists and all that stuff, right? But I really want to look. I just want to focus quickly on the standings table. You can see here there's it like tells you for each team like where are they on the form table, right? So for example, you might see like Norwich and Watford right at the bottom, but not actually in terms of points are they at the bottom, right? So the thing I wanted to show you quickly was Leicester at home. Look at they fine, right? But if I go I think yeah, away, they do a little bit better. Wait, I think I've got the wrong one. What I'm looking for is actually their form. Yeah, here we go, form. So here at form, if I look at home, look where Leicester are. They number 11. Okay, so at home they haven't been performing very well, but away from home they jump right to the top, which is now they're now the 4th. So that's the only thing that would maybe make me think double think Perez. But otherwise, when you tell me that he's actually the penalty taker, that accounts for a lot to me. So I would actually be happy to take a punt on him. Yeah. Moving on to Jimenez, I think there's not a lot you have to say about him. I mean, he's got Adama Traore with his giant muscles next to him. He's doing really well, even in fixtures where you don't expect him to do well. Yeah. So would you punt for him?
I completely agree with you. Dude, this guy just doesn't want to go away. He just seems to be scoring, and whenever you don't expect him to score is when he's... look, you touched on the point there of him and Traore playing so well together, and it seems to be paying out for both of them. They are playing United away, though. In his last 4 games, he's got 3 goals. He should add to that against United's defense. Yeah. He's already got 1 goal and 2 assists versus United, and he's second on the XG table.
Okay.
Which makes him an even better punt. I mean, you should be on your team. He seems to be fixture proof.
Yeah, he does, and he's performing just as well as he did last season. Again, the only thing I will say slightly about him is just his fixtures. I mean, he's playing United away, then he plays Leicester at home, then he's got a nice reprieve against Norwich at home, then he's playing Tottenham away. So I hope it's true what you're saying. He's fixture proof, but for now, I think he's a buy. I would seriously, even against United, I think I would consider captaining him. Calvert-Lewin, the next one, and he's also another one that's look, if I'm going, they say how you pick your team is on form, on the XG stat, but the other one they say is the eye test and then the superstition test.
Yeah.
And for me, he doesn't exactly pass the superstition test because he has never scored in three games in a row. He hasn't scored, and he scored in the last 2. So maybe convince me. See what has he got?
Yeah, look, you can keep that superstition with yourself as much as you want. The is he's out achieving last season.
Okay.
So the 3 times in a row, he'll probably get goals for you. I personally brought him into my team. I took Ings out for him, and it was a pretty cool. He's got 2 goals in the last 4 games, and he's got a record of 1 goal against Watford. He's 9th on the XG table, and he's pretty cheap enough for you to enable yourself to get an Aguero in your front line if you really need to get rid of Vardy.
Okay. Yeah, this is another good alternative. I would agree with that. Moving on to our usual suspects. Again, no surprises here. We've got Aguero, we've got Salah, and we've got De Bruyne. The big news out of this is, just to quickly touch on it, but I guess it's Mane's injury, obviously. Also, Vardy's also injured, so that should, like, if you needed an excuse to remove him, there's your excuse, and to pick one of maybe Aguero or like you said, Calvert-Lewin. But starting with Aguero, this guy, since he came back from his injury, he's been brilliant, eh?
No, for sure, definitely. I mean, in the last game, he didn't even start. He just came on for a few minutes, like 23 minutes, and he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Yes, he did get a yellow card, but I mean, he effectively scored by coming off the bench. Dude, in the last 4 games, this guy has 6 goals and 1 assist. That is absolutely crazy. He's playing Tottenham, who his record against them is 12 goals and 2 assists. That's how he's first on the XG table.
Oh.
Now, I don't know what more you need from the premium price guy, but with De Bruyne seem to be firing, and now that Aguero's back, they do seem to be less static.
Yeah.
They seem to be moving better and passing better and creating better. So I'm thinking that Aguero could be someone that will be in your team to stay for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And captain for definite for this game week.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's just his movement. I think I might have said it before, but I really think Aguero is there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest Premier League players, but I even think if I had to choose, I'm going to say something bold here, I would choose him over a Van Nistelrooy in my all-time team. That's saying too much, or I don't know.
Wow.
But that's how important I think he is to that team.
Yeah, that's a topic for another video, but very interesting claim there.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving on to Salah, we obviously mentioned Mane is injured. Just the interesting fact about this week that's still in play, especially if you are feeling terrible about your captain pick, 43.1% of the top 10,000 managers had Mane as captain. Of course, we know exactly what happened. And then Salah was in second with 33% of the managers picking him, while 11.3% chose Trent Alexander-Arnold. And if you were one of those people that was like triple captain, not triple captain, rather tripled up on Liverpool players, 21.5% of all managers picked this combination, which was Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mane, and Salah. And if you did that, you basically didn't really get paid out as well. So don't feel too bad. There was actually very few people. I think maybe like less than 11, 8%. 8% of people had a combination where they had Firmino in. So chances are you wouldn't have lost too much ground in your league. But despite that, Suj, Salah, he needs to pay me out.
Yeah, listen, I mean, in the last game, Salah was pretty. He passed the eye test with flying colours. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist in his last 4 games. And now that Mane is injured, he's clearly going to be the maino.
Yes.
He's got 5 goals and 1 assist against Southampton, which is one of his record against the club.
Yeah.
He's 14th in the XG table, but this year, the way he played in the last game, from what I saw, he really, really looks like he wants to, get back to where he was. And yeah, for this game week, I don't see why not. You could probably captain him. They're gonna, in the next couple of game weeks, they're going to win this league. Then you won't get an opportunity to really captain these guys after that.
Yeah, and he's still in the running for for Golden Boot, right? So gonna want to. I don't think the Liverpool players are gonna want to let up at all. I think they want to go the season undefeated. So to me, another long-term pick, just straight swap Mane for Salah. You will have no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then moving on to De Bruyne. Yeah, look, I mean, we said everything about Aguero. If you don't have Aguero, then maybe De Bruyne is your option. What do you think?
Yeah, if you look at De Bruyne, dude, this year he's got 3 assists in the last 4 games. Now, if you look at that, you think to yourself, 3 assists, nothing wonderful. But he's got 17 assists in total. This guy's just churning out the points every single week. He's another one that loves to play against Tottenham. I mean, he has 3 goals and 5 assists against him.
Yeah.
He's also low in the XG table, but with the way that City are now increasing their form and the fact that Spurs are so leaky at the back.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mourinho, I had to pull that one out. Yeah, I would say De Bruyne, if you can't afford Aguero, De Bruyne, perfect guy to go for the captain.
Yeah. And like I said, if I'm just looking at the form standings, I mean, City, they're definitely on top. They only second to Liverpool. They just lost that one game. Otherwise, they've been strong again. Aguero's come back. Yeah, no, this is it's not a very difficult one to pick. Even though they are playing Tottenham. Yeah, okay, that's it for this week. I just wanted to say, guys, please, if you like what we're doing here, make sure you click a like on the video, click on the notification bell, and I see YouTube has now introduced a new feature there. Click on the notification bell. There's now a drop-down option. Please make sure you click all. And you can. I would love for you to recommend us to your friends and family who are playing the FPL game. We really appreciate it when people do pass our videos on, because the YouTube algorithm it's actually very hard to fight. I noticed that even in my own feed, even though I like to watch a lot of independent content makers, I just see Sky Sports, BT Sports, Sky Sports, BT Sports. They seem to be favoring a lot of corporate content. So if you really want to show them that you prefer your independent content, make sure you like our videos, and also for your favorite YouTube channels that are independent, keep them independent, keep supporting them. And all I can do after that is just say good luck in the future, and join us next time. Suj, that's it for this week. I hope your dreams come true and you get the thick points, because I've been suffering for the last few.
It ain't no dream, dude. I've got Firmino as captain. Let those points come.
Yeah, that's it.